We're back playing some Modern Mill because I just need to accept that Energy is here until November and get good. There's only so much complaining I can do. I will always hate Boros Energy. It is a dumb deck that can do everything it does better than every other deck. But at this point, as I mentioned, it's up to me to adapt with some Modern Mill. And I want to try and bring a weekly Mill League to you as well. Let me know if you want that in the comment section down below, because it's up to me now to put my big boy pants on and try and get good and adapt to this metagame. So I went with a bit of an extreme sideboard plan. Main board, I got 2 Pierces, 3 Surgical Extractions, kind of splitting up my interaction package so I have a little bit of everything. 3 Tashas, 1 Crypt, so I'm a little bit prepared. When it comes to the sideboard, I've kind of boarded for a little bit of everything at some extreme level. So I'm going up on the Spell Pierces because we see the rise of Domain Zoo. If we're able to kind of Spell Pierce a burn spell here and there, or just some key pieces early against maybe some other matchups, Spell Pierce is going to be great, especially against the Murktide decks where we want to resolve something like an Ensnaring Bridge. Having that extra removal is key, and you're going to see how powerful Spell Pierce is throughout this league. One of the other cards that I think I just discovered and I think is really great is Feed the Cycle. Feed the Cycle is a Doomblade effect here. If I hide my camera here for just a second, is a Doomblade effect that says as an additional cost to cast this spell, you either forage or pay a black. So it's either black 1 to destroy target creature or planeswalker, or you exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food token. Pretty sweet. It's like a weird version of Murderous Cut, but honestly, in some ways, sometimes just better. So I like that as a little addition. Crypt Incursion and the Meathook Massacre specifically for the energy matchup, but I kind of just want to play like 4 Knight of Souls Betrayal. I think Knight of Souls Betrayal is probably one of the better sideboard cards in this type of metagame where energy is at the top, but I'm not playing challenges. I'm playing a wide open league. Extirpates for a little bit of extra combo hate and beating those quality decks that are all over the place because they have a good matchup against energy. And then Consign to Memory, just because if you're playing blue, you're play setting this in your sideboard. It is a great answer to Eldrazi. It is also a great answer to shuffle effects as well. So I've almost eliminated the need for stuff like Soul Guide Lantern and everything because all in graveyard decks are almost like non-existent. I can hopefully shore them up with something like Extirpate and Surgical Extraction alongside Crypt. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I've seen a lot of people in the Mill Discord having a lot of success with Mill over the past couple of weeks with the adaptations that the metagame has been making in response to something like Boros Energy, and knowing that nothing's going to happen to the metagame, as we know now on June 30th. But Modern Mill, I think, has a place in the metagame, and it just needs some type of adaptation to get it there. Some secret spice or some orientation in the sideboard that can push it ahead. It may not be able to beat Boros Energy or have it be a favored matchup, but it doesn't mean the rest of the metagame can't be good for it. Let's hop right into the games.
Opponent hits me with a good luck, have fun. I'm gonna hit them with that as well. We are on the draw. We are keeping this hand. 2 lands, stuffing things. Opponent, we got Broodscale combo. Okay, so we have to start off with the crab. We have to start off with the crab, especially if we want to somehow enable the drown along with the surgical. If they get the Broodscale off here, it's not going to be great, but they could have the hand. They kept a 7, so Temple plus the mana to cast it. Shame. Fleshraker. Okay, Fleshraker's kind of nice. I might just be able to kill this thing. And okay, so let's see if I can't find the Broodscale out of our graveyards here. Shock in the Watery Grave, and then 3 more. Not lucky enough. Okay, so whenever you cast, sacrifice and make a token. Yeah, so I have to just hold up drown here. A little unfortunate, but I have to just hold up drown here because I guess I could kill this thing, but it really depends. Yeah, they can. How's Mill been feeling? It's been like my number 3 deck for FNM. Honestly, I'm back on it after like 3 weeks. A lot of the Mill Discord has been shouting its praises. Just gotta have the right 75. Fair enough. Yes, big fan. Yeah, no worries. I'm not sure if they're a big fan of me or they're saying I'm a big fan. Of course I'm a big fan of Mill, but okay. If they don't cast anything problematic, I can just get away with casting visions. I might even cycle the Fractured, but I think I'm supposed to cast both Visions of Beyond into this matchup. I'll take the 2, that's fine. That's no problem, that's no problem. I'll take the 2. We will... No, you know what, we'll cycle 2 Fractured. We'll cycle the Fractured Sanity. All right. Cycle the Fractured Sanity. Got 4 more in there. We're not finding our little Broodscale, are we? Oh well. Are they just gonna hit me with like an Orcish Bowmasters right now? That would be really unfortunate. Orcish Bowmasters would be really unfortunate here. I don't know if this deck's trying to play all that, but okay. What are we doing at instant speed? Oh, it's like a yeah. It's like a K command. Fair enough. All right, fair enough. Yeah. I got you. X equals 2. Interesting, they didn't kill the crab. They just like went for a scry draw. And then they're going to create 3 tokens. Just trying to find that Broodscale. Once I do, I should be okay. Yep. It's a lot of damage here. Yep. The Murderous Cut helps. That helps. But it kind of locks me out of doing what I need to do. So let's just start with the island. See if I can't find the Broodscale here. That would be great. I still can't find this damn Broodscale. Okay. Okay, let's draw 1 card and keep myself flexible here. Oh, should have drawn. Should have drawn the card. Okay. Then I would have been able to Murderous Cut and hold up the draw. Now I gotta take a bunch of damage. It's not great. Okay. I gotta take a bunch. Now I just gotta eat a bunch of damage. Okay. So whenever they sack these things, no, whenever it enters, yeah. Okay. So they can deal some damage with me there. I just gotta eat the 2 here. Go to 10. Right? And then keep it pushing. Okay, what do we got? Green and colorless. Is this the Broodscale? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, we will cast and counter that sucker. Okay. And I think this next turn, we're going to counter this. So this is when it enters. I think I want to try and... I'm trying to think. So they don't have green anymore, which is important. They still can just cast spells. But I think ideally here, I'm going to be taking a lot of damage, but ideally here I can, if they have another Kozilek's command, that'd be really unfortunate. I don't know if I'm supposed to, no, so if they Kozilek's command and draw, okay, what are we doing here? Whenever a creature dies with a 1 counter target equip creature, you wanna equip, all right. Okay, fair enough. So they're just gonna go with like an attack plan right now, or I guess, because then we can like Murderous Cut it, and we're like in a decent spot after that. This can't really stop me from there. I want to go until their end step, then Surgical, then I want to Murderous Cut, then Tasha's. I might actually, I don't even know if I want a Tasha's. I think I just want a Visions, to be honest. Okay, so you get 3 counters, right? And if they go Kozilek's command, scries X, then draws a card. So I want them. So I want a Surgical first, right? They'll get their Fleshraker trigger. We'll just make it so they can't draw any of this. Okay, so they got a Malevolent Rumble, Glaring Fleshraker. Sephiroth, Walking Ballista, Emrakul the Promised End is kind of annoying. I think I'm supposed to leave this copy in here. There's no recursion that they have, so that's fine. Leave that copy in here. We'll yield to all these and we'll yield to that. So that'll enter. Deal 1 damage to us. That's okay. They are just trying to make their stuff bigger. Right? And then now, pay a bunch of mana into it. They get their tokens back. X equals 3. I wish I had a board wipe. I wish I had a board wipe. Honestly, this is another meta. Okay. Yep. Take you down. Take you down. Yep. They'll play another Blade of the Blood Chief. Yep. Ping me down. Yep. Sure. So I have to get rid of this thing because it's just dealing way too much damage to me. I need to get rid of this thing. Yup. Burning Catacombs. Yup. Yup. Can they just end me here because I cast the Surgical? Completely forgot they didn't even play a land. Okay, Malevolent Rumble. Okay. On a Vexing Bauble? Delighted Halfling, Kozilek's Command. Kozilek's Command pretty much just does it here. All right, I cast a Surgical and they managed to like get there off the Fleshraker. All right, I mean, this is gonna be pretty cut and dry. We could play the Spell Pierce. I just don't think that's necessary. We'll take that out. We'll take the Tashas out. We'll play the 4 Consigns. I think Crypt for value could be something. But you play the 4 Consign. There's a lot that like kind of works out for us here. But I think Crypt Incursion is not the take. And Tasha's is not the take. Let's shave the Glimpse. Let's shave the Spell Pierces. Let's play the removal. And play the Extirpates. And I think that is a-okay. I think that's how we run this. If we run all this graveyard hate, let's bring the Glimpse back in. You could run Crypt, but I mean, like, yeah, so they could value us out there in terms of the life that we're losing. But let's see what happens here. I think the Surgical and Extirpates will be key here. And take it, like, if we take out Fleshraker, take out thing. Okay. I'm not terribly upset at this hand. It's just not the best. At least I'm on the play for this Field of Ruin. Right? At least I'm on the play for this Field of Ruin. Let's start with the Swamp. In case we need to, like, Fatal Push a Delighted Halfling here. Because we see it in the deck, and it would be pretty good to stop that. They can just Fleshraker on too, but... Okay, that's fine. Do this, and then we will play this for sure. Pass right through. Turn after that, we can get a kind of Drown of the Loch going. So turn after next. Ooh, they might just fetch here. That makes it a lot easier for me in terms of the Drown. Okay, Overgrown Tomb gives me the ability to do this. Right? You can Thoughtseize me here. That's fine. And we just want to remove the colorless options that we have. I don't need a Fractured Sanity just yet. Problem is I have my basic Swamp out. So that makes this Field of Ruin really awkward in that case. I wasn't really thinking about, but that's okay. So I gotta wait. I gotta wait. I can't. I have to give them the thing here. I have to give them their land. So I have to give them their cast. I have to Field of Ruin at end step because I need to free up my Swamp. Obviously, if this was double island, it'd be a lot better. I would have Field of Ruin here, Archive Trapped, put them down some more cards. Did they go more than, what is this, 55? They went like 4 cards up. Post board. Sure, Rumble's cool. Really good. Nile Spellbomb. Spellbomb's interesting. I guess it's for visions. Not a great pile. I would argue not a great pile for them. What are we picking? So they picked the Verdant Catacombs and play the Catacombs. Interesting. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hit the Eldrazi Temple. We could hit their colored sources, but I feel like they have those, you know. So that helps me. So once you surveil or not, they don't know if I have another archive trap, but they might keep the card on top, in which case we're going to do this. So this reduces their chance of having what they need after this Field of Ruin. All right, we'll grab ourselves an island. We will then do this. Ooh, another Fatal Push. So we will do this. I will do this on their upkeep so that my Fatal Push is enabled in case I need to hit a Glaring Fleshraker. We're in a decent spot. How many forests and stuff does this deck really play? I guess we're about to find out. There's a case to be made that I should hold this Field of Ruin up for a Urza Saga, but I think we're fine. I just hit the Overgrown Tomb here. I just do this now. Field of Ruin. Grab my third island. Oh, nice. Yes. Now we're taking them back on mana. There you go. Gotta love a little fail to find, you know? Gotta love a little fail to find. Okay, we got a halfling. Okay. And then casting like Malevolent Rumble. Yeah, you gotta let those triggers resolve. Basking. Okay. We just passing. Okay, I'm killing that at end step. I don't know what to tell you. That is Deadzo. That's going away. That is going away. Okay, going back to our turn. And we are going to cast this. Seems pretty relatively cut and dry. Able to kind of look through their whole deck. Looks like they really just brought in Thoughtseizes. That's the big one. Looks like they really only brought in Thoughtseizes. Having the removal, you weren't supposed to draw that. The opponent just say that right now? Or was that the Fatal Push they were talking about? I'm not paying attention to chat. I have chat open, but not paying attention to it. Opponent draws one. Are all their Broodscales gone? Temple, basking. No. They still got at least one or two Broodscales left. Yeah. Okay. Still have one or two Broodscales left. How are they gonna manage this right now? Okay, we're paying costs here. The colorless part of it is very important, especially for the Glaring Fleshraker. Okay. Okay, after this is all I have, so we're just gonna Fatal Push here. Have the other removal spell ready, and that takes them out of that. Nice, so they still can have another Broodscale in hand and just still go off from there. So I'm not in the clear just yet. Okay, I mean, I'm happy I drew that. So I'll play out the crab, right? Feed the Cycle is a cool little removal spell that I found. 3 mana, you know, can be destroy target creature or planeswalker, or you can just like forage. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm able to remove all of their Broodscales. They can't be happy about this one. They cannot be happy about this one. Okay, so cast with forage. We're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. They can't be happy with this one. That's all of their Broodscales gone. That's it. That's all 4. Okay, so we know they have 4. It'd be weird if they shaved down, but I'm thinking of worlds where they're trying to like 5-head me versus my surgical and extirpates and everything. So Let's see where we're at. Okay, so we got all our Doomblade variants out. Surgical Extraction can grab. I guess Glaring Flesh Raker is like the last thing that really... Okay, well, the Flesh Rakers are gone. There's 2 Sephiroths. Marionette's kind of funny. Kozilek. The one Emrakul's in there. Kozilek. I guess Kozilek's command is the last one. So let's just hit that right now. Or is it Walking Ballista? Because Ballista is still like a legitimate threat, but it's not super fast. We even have like a playset of Urza Saga. Should we need to grab that? No, the Sagas are gone. So it's a call right now. I feel like they have 2 Kozilek's commands, but at least 1 Walking Ballista. That's the thing. I feel like they have at least 1 Walking Ballista. Okay, so they concede kind of there. That's fine. So they probably had like 2 in hand or whatever. I think largely I'm okay with this. Again, I don't think this is a Tasha's matchup. Now, interestingly enough, whenever a creature you control dies, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, could be an interesting way to undo the Flesh Raker, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, actually, like, this high key could actually be a really great way to undo the Flesh Raker. But it might be too late. Yeah, because I guess, like, they win with the Walking Ballista anyway. I don't want to concern myself with the mid-range plan, right? If I lose to it, I lose to it. Like, there's obviously so many things I can bring in, but... Okay. Okay, let's keep this. This is fine. Delighted Halfling, okay. Let's shock this in and pass the turn. Next turn we can go Crab into the Polluted Delta, but we are going to be trying to remove threats here. Okay, colorless in 1. Glaring Flesh Raker. Okay, so we're gonna consign this. Right, we're gonna consign this. And then we will hold up the Fatal Push for after. Okay, so we'll do this. A lot of lands being drawn here, which isn't great, but it's something. Okay. The Vexing Bauble is actually just like really annoying for my archive traps, but like, okay. Okay, we got rid of another Flesh Raker draw, which is good. You could just attack with a bunch of 1/2s, which does mean something. And then what we can do is Field of Ruin their Eldrazi Temple aggressively, because they still have to achieve 2 parts of the combo here. They don't have 1, which is the Blade. Curious if they start going in for the attack. Because Halflings are 1/2s. That does mean something. The Halflings are 1/2s. We're gonna Kozilek's command. Which guy's excellent draws 1. Okay. Draw your cards. How are we scrying here? Scry's X. We're gonna scry 3. Then draw a card. Hopefully all 3 go to the bottom. It'd be great. All 3 going to the bottom would be a beautiful thing. This is where board wipes actually kind of do matter, but 3 to the top? I'm shook. maybe it's like because I'm gonna mill them, but yeah, they're gonna shuffle anyway. All right, fair enough. You get your voter averting Catacombs. They don't really, yeah. Well, they found their top card. The rest they didn't really care about. So, sure. Let's see if we can. This is a good opportunity. Actually, I don't want to Field of Ruin next turn. I think this is going to be a turn where we do this. I don't want to Field of Ruin this turn. I think based on how our hand's turning out, I don't really want to do this turn. So we're gonna Fatal Push that, and then next we can Polluted Delta. Or we can Misty, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Well, no, I want to Misty in case I need to grab my basic swamp for whatever reason. Let's do this now. Undercity Sewers. I guess there's something to be said about like feeding Emrakul, but oh well. Sure. I think especially with another fetch down the line, milling them for 20 cards next turn is pretty decent. Pretty decent. Okay. So we only got rid of one of the two Broodscales. Okay, 2 Broodscales, 2 Glaring Flesh Rakers. It's got to count for something, right? It's got to count for something. Interesting. Blue? Sephiroth. Okay. If this is the 4th time this ability is resolved. I think I'm supposed to kill this thing. Because that's like too much Aristocrat's value. I think I'm supposed to flip this thing or try and kill it. I got an emblem. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to try and destroy this thing. Yeah. Sacrifice another creature, draw a card. You get your ETB. It can't be countered thanks to the Delighted Halfling, but that's okay. Okay, interesting. They took that and drew a card. So a little bit less mana, but it's the correct thing to take, I guess. They found themselves something here. Now, this deck played 2 basics. I have it milled over one of them. What are we paying the cost for? Hopefully, nothing too crazy, please. Just a Kozilek's command. Yeah, okay. So we're finally going to get rid of that. We are finally making good choices on that front. Okay, so 1 top, 1 bottom. That's scary. It always is. Whenever your opponent scries to the top, it always is a scary thing. So let's do this. Right, let's do this. Let's just go weapons down. Right, I think you just have to at some point. We will do this. Just to thin ourselves out a little bit. And that's it. And that's it. We're a little weapons down. Just a tad bit. Sweet. Thoughtseize proof hand. Thoughtseize proof hand. Love it. Notably, I did get the other forest, so the Field of Ruin does mean something here, although they have 2 Delighted Halflings. If I had a board wipe, I would need a ton of removal here, but if I had a board wipe, I'd be able to Field of Ruin, get the Eldrazi Temple, and take things from there. Now, there's an argument to be made about keeping that land in hand so we can Cephalid Coliseum ourselves, just keep more hands and keep more cards in general. I think I might just end up like Coliseum-ing myself. Don't tell me you got the Broodscale. Okay, Malevolent Rumble. 4 cards, does not reveal a Broodscale, so it reveals Temple, Rumble, Beseiju. They choose Urza Saga, right? Because we want to be making threats. That makes sense. Okay. Yep. Might as well just start attacking in. Fair enough. Right. I think the double Field of Ruin does matter here. Let's hit this. Grab this. I think before they get a second mode on that, let's just keep that in check. Last thing we need is them increasing their clock. Whenever a creature dies, the big thing I just need them to not top deck is Kozilek's command. And so far there's 3 in the yard for them. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I just need them to not find Kozilek's command. I think they might have found one. Potentially. What are they paying 4 for? Ooh, Walking Ballista X equals 2. Okay. Yup. Attack in. That makes sense. For 3, I'm functionally at 8, which is the scary thing. And I guess we need to try and clock them as fast as possible here. So let's do this, right? Then we can hit the temple out of all things. Or do we want them? Do we care about the black source more? No, in terms of mana, I care about the Eldrazi temple more. Because then that, like, if they want to cast colorless things, they have to tap down one of their halflings. That's the key there. Okay. So 3 more. If I can find even a Glimpse the Unthinkable off the top, I can Glimpse, pop Cephalid Coliseum, and force them to draw 3 cards. So. Okay. Nile and draw a card. What are we doing here? Even if I Cephalid here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if I draw a yeah, so we'll block here. Even if I draw an Archive Trap off my Cephalid Coliseum, it still works. So I take 3 here, go to 6. I'm still functionally at 5 thanks to this Walking Ballista. Right? Do they go to kill my crab? Could be relevant for them. Yeah. Whenever a creature dies in general? Oh my god. They could have... Yeah. Okay, well, fair enough. 1 damage, yep. To me. Okay. Alright. Moment of truth. Do I just try and go for it? I think I'm supposed to. So we're gonna target player, draws 3 cards, discards 3. I'm just gonna try and find something. Yep, perfect. And that is the win all the way up until the end. Hard fought, folks. But we got there. And we got there right up until the end. Woo! Close one. Veil of Summer doesn't work here. They shouldn't have anything. But all right, we got there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh my god, right up until the end. Just had to believe in the heart of the cards there. GG's, opponent. Yes, I would love to go first. Not with a hand like this, though. Not with a hand like this. We are going to mulligan. This is a little bit better. So we'll put the Watery Grave back in. We'll keep our thing here. Do we start off on Polluted Delta? Just to not reveal anything? I think in the grand scheme of things, yes. We just don't have a turn 2 play. Like we don't have like a Glimpse the Unthinkable to work towards or anything like that. Oh no, we're up against energy. Okay. Let's see if all the removal in the world can't help us against them. Let's do this. See if we can't find a fatal push off the top. Oh my god. Oh my god. How did we call it like that? How do we call it like that? Okay, so they know this is a good matchup for them, right? So I have to be careful of that. Let's take the Ocelot Pride. We're taking a lot of damage just doing all this, but we'll take the Ocelot Pride here. Just get rid of that. Perfect. So they're probably going to dash in a Ragavan, which is freaking annoying, but okay, we'll get rid of the creature. And then we will... here, let's do this. Let's do this now. Let's shock this sucker in. So let's wait. I will happily give them the energy. Oh god, and they got the freaking Phage. I'll happily give them the energy. but I just want to see if they go Static Prison into Ragavan. Because then I'd rather just kill the Ragavan. Okay, play the Flooded Strand. Okay. Fair enough. I'd rather just destroy the Ragavan here. No attacks, fair enough. I'd just rather just do this. Yep. Go to our turn. Do this. So we're just going to mill more cards now. We just want to feed the potential draw of the Crypt Incursion that we have. Right? Gonna do that. Yep. So whatever they leave on top, they are going to be potentially drawing. So, or we are going to be potentially milling. So they don't care about that. Yep. So that therein lies my biggest problem. Like the Flage is going to be our biggest problem here. So this is really about like racing them. Now at this point, they're going to be playing out Phage and killing our crab, hitting us for 1 with Guide of Souls, right? There's no way I've milled over all their lands, and all I can hope to draw after this is the Crypt Incursion. That would be my single best draw. Yep. Marsh Flats, grab yourself a Basike. They definitely have the land. They play the Phage. If I can top deck the Crypt, I've won this game. I've like legit won this game. Yep. Get your energy, kill that. Come at me for 1 down to 13. Okay. No big boost, which is good. Come on, Crypt off the top. I already called the Fatal Push. Crypt off the top 1 time. Let me bully the energy player. Okay, it'll have to do. Let's do this. It'll have to do. Right? Maybe we can shut them off something. I don't know. There's a possibility. There's a world, folks. There's a world. There is a world. If they phage me here... Flage, I should say. Flage, not phage. No cards in hand. It'd be a miracle. Oh my god. Okay. Now, if they can't find a red source, that's got to mean something. I've taken a bunch of cards out of their deck. 1 basic mountain. I don't know. If they don't have another land, that's a miracle. A true miracle if they don't have another land. Okay. Do they have another Sacred Foundry? They probably do. This is a playset Sacred Foundry deck. Oh, baby. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so screw you. No, they're gonna give the freaking Ragavan flying. Oh, I should have killed the God of Souls. Oh well. Now they get their treasure. Because that's what they need to thing. Oh, that's what they need though. They took a Misty from me. That's important. The Misty's important. Okay. Dash that back to your hand. Off the top, what do we got? Drown is important. I will say Drown is important. Bounce this back to hand. Right. Play this to mill 3. I'm at least going to be able to counter that first Phage. So we're... Okay, we're buying time. We're buying time. That's what's important. We're buying time. All right, all right. Can we steal this from underneath them with these top decks? Can we steal this from underneath them? Set them back some amount of time. Because now they're down on energy. That's the key here. Dashed in Ragavan again. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm not particularly upset, I don't think, if the Ragavan hits me again. I'm not dead, right? So, and what the Ragavan hits me for is pure randomness, right? So it's not like we planned anything up top. If they take a mill spell, that would have been... Yeah, so there you go. Spell Pierce is not something I'm looking for anyway. Not something I'm looking for anyway. I'm looking to counter that Phage. The Flage. Keep calling it Phage. It's not Phage the Untouchable. It's Flage. Tasha's. Okay. Tasha's for the win. Yes. Yes, we stole one. We stole game one against Energy. Let's go. We stole game one versus Energy. Oh my God. Okay. They had one main board voice of victory. Okay. Or was that two? Regardless though, we relatively know how this matchup is going to go. The spell pierces are okay. We can, might drop them though. We'll go Meathook, Crypt Incursions, and the Feed the Cycle. Now, the argument is that you do want something versus Phage. The argument is you do. I think that's a pretty reasonable take to have. It's a pretty reasonable take to have. Or is spell piercing everything just net better? You can't rely on Ensnaring Bridge here. You can't. They have ways. Not only do they have good, efficient answers to it, they have ways to win around it, so it's not that relevant. Spell pierce though. Oh, this is a hand. This is a hand. Okay, we're gonna keep this. Opponent keeps a 7-2. Keeping 60 cards. No archive trap to punish. Sag. Ocelot Pride. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Calling it. Okay, so let's do that. So if we can surgical the Phage off the rip, fantastic. Arena of Glory. Okay, already established Arena of Glory is not great. Okay, that's cool. Guide of Souls is not great. They already got their energy production going. So we're going to be taking a fair amount of damage here before we're really able to do anything. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to... No, I mean, I got that. Okay. So let's glimpse them. Glimpse them. We found the Phage, which is important. We're going to be going down to 15 just to stop this, but that's okay. Go to their draw. Then we hit the Phage. So that allows that opens up the graveyards for me. Ghost Vacuum out of them. They're going to Ragavan me potentially here. Let's take that out. Okay. It's a scary hand. It's a scary hand. If they don't dash in this Ragavan. Okay. Ocelot Pride. If they don't dash in this Ragavan, we're at a decent spot where we could board wipe them. Okay, so if we can find ourselves a board wipe, this could be good. They're gonna Ghost Vacuum. What? They use the Flooded Strand? Okay, they're just empty-handed. Right. Okay. Coming at me for a ton. If I can board wipe them, I'm in a fantastic spot. I'm in a fantastic spot if I can board wipe them. So let's see what we can do. Okay. All the energy production in the world. Clock increases. Okay. You take your you take your Ruin Crab. You take what you need. You take what you need. And don't give it back. Okay, you got yourself the City's Blessing. So I think oh my god. Yeah, we need a board wipe now. We needed a board wipe yesterday. Truly needed a board wipe yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, god. I have to kill this, but then something else becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I can't. Okay, that's an L. Okay, they just had like an insane draw. Okay. Okay. All right, that was fun. Let's go back. That's fine. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Back in it. Back again. Tell a friend. I would love to play a first. Decent. Opponent mulligans to 6, so we don't really have a way to... Yeah. We have a way to eventually get black. I don't know if this deck's playing Blood Moon right now either. We know the Voice of Victory is a thing, which is frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Okay, let's play this and pass. They still got a card back though, so it's not the end of the world for them. Okay, not much we're doing to stop this. Hopefully it's not an Ocelot Pride. That's really probably some of their more broken starts. I would like to draw a black source for that though. Can't have it all, I guess. Cannot have it all. Let's do this. That's hilarious. I just milled over 3 Ocelot Prides. Okay. All right. Not bad. I could try and be funny and surgical the Arid Mesa. I could try and be funny here. Static Prison. No, we know what our did they keep a one-lander? All right, I'm gonna meme. I think desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's just hit the Arid Mesa. Desperate times, desperate measures. They have the mana anyway. I thought. Here I am thinking that I was 5-heading them. I actually thought. But they have a handful of lands. It's got to mean something. They took a swamp from me. There goes my basic oh my god, I can't even Fatal Push. Yeah. Wow, yeah. I think I just lose here. Yeah, they took my basic swamp. If I don't draw a fetch here, then I just lose. It doesn't even matter. Like, it's just absolutely insane that they took my exact swamp. All right. Okay, that's energy for you. This last game wasn't exactly anything to do with energy. It was just a little bit of variance working in my opponent's favor, but oh lord, that's the modern experience, I guess. On the draw, this hand's okay. It does stuff. I'll take it. I mean, it almost feeds into a Visions, which is acceptable. Goblin Guide. Rakdos Burn. In this economy, I mean, it is about to beat me. I will say this Goblin Guide is about to beat me, so I can't. Okay, Rakdos Burn in this economy. Okay. With the top decks in this metagame, I mean, I guess. All right, I'll take that as a win, I guess. Bump in the night. Drown in the Loch is my next card. So we are going to do this. We're gonna pass through, see if we can't draw land off of this Goblin Guide. And then we will attempt to drown on their turn. Rakdos Burn is about to Shrek me. Like, actually. Nice. I'll take that for what it is. We will Fatal Push. Ragavan. Don't piss me off right now. Yo, where's the fetches though? Like, yo, where's the fetches though? Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's cast here. Let's do that. Okay. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, at least that wasn't a dashed in Ragavan. I would have had to keep dealing with that. Skull Crack, fair enough. 3 damage. Cascade Skewer, we'll draw 3. Or not 3, we'll draw 1. It's not 3. Okay. Alright, I mean, all we can do at this point is Tasha's and hope for the best. Hold up Fatal Push for some type of removal. And that, like, that card is not useful to us at all right now. So we're just gonna Tasha's here. Hope for the best. Hope that they top deck a creature. The Barbarian Ring doesn't really do anything for them. Well, I shouldn't say really. It is lethal. It is not lethal. It is 2 damage. The Barbarian Ring is 2 damage. That does mean something. Okay, fair enough. So that makes fetching a non-go for me here. Okay, Blackleaf Cliffs is fine. Okay, I mean, that helps. Okay, so let's do this. Grab an island. So we can do this. Okay, down to, so they go down to 19. Skin of our teeth here, honestly. If I find the Crypt, I should be able to win this, but we can counter the next thing they play. Yeah. So we can counter that, which is great. We just have to hope and pray here at this point. I don't know what to tell you. This is all just skin of our teeth right here. So we're going to cast this for sure. We're going to hold the Otawara. We're going to hold the Otawara. We just have to hope the next card they draw is a creature. If it's a non-creature spell, we're taking an L. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Please, please, just be a creature. Please be a creature. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Skin of our teeth. I mean, we know how this works. So take these out. Bring in the Spell Pierces. Bring in the Crypt Incursions. We can shave 1 Visions. Probably drop the Murderous Cut, actually. In all honesty. We have our 4 Fatal Pushes. That should be enough. Past that, it's not really a surgical game. We're just running we got 4 Spell Pierces available to us. There's a lot of counter magic we have. That one was close. Just a little bit of variance there at the end. And we could have gotten there, but oh well. Rakdos burn in the open modern leagues right now. I'm pretty all in with this sideboard, honestly. I'm just trying to answer a couple of things, and that's it. Kind of want to lose this Glimpse, but I get it for the sake of density. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Opponents are doing what in terms of post board? Skull Cracks are going to be really annoying. If they have like that 2-mana enchantment that makes it so whenever I cast a free spell, I take a bunch of damage. That's really dumb too. This is not a good hand. This is something. All right. We'll drop the Archive Trap. It just does. No, we'll drop the Fractured Sanity. We'll shock this in, be a little sad about it, and then move forward. Just hold ourselves up if we need a Fatal Push, if we need a, you know, whatever. Okay. I mean, I don't think they have any free spells, right? Okay, you come in for an attack. We will Fatal Push that. And move past it. Go back to our turn. Draw a card. Please find a land. No, we do not find a land. We will attempt to find another land. And we officially lose the game because I kept a 1-lander. That's on me. I kept a 1-lander. I kept a 1-lander. And against a deck that is refusing to fetch. Refusing to fetch. Okay, Rift Ball, good. I mean, holding up that Spell Pierce wouldn't have done anything for me by the looks of things. Okay. Okay, we can at least spell pierce the Rift Bolt, I guess. It's gotta, which will tap them out, I guess. But that doesn't even really matter. It's about the other spells. Like, yeah, I'll take the 3. It's about the other spells that they cast. Yeah, so... Oh, interesting. We are just tapping out. It doesn't really matter which one, but preventing damage altogether is just better for us here. I think we lost, if I'm going to be honest. I think we just lost off the infamous one-lander. Opponent is doing a really good job of not fetching. Oh my god, when I tell you. Okay, so we're at 7. If I fetch, I go down to 6, giving them a 2-bolt play. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I just have to try and... Actually, arguably... I'm just supposed to... arguably, I'm just supposed to play crabs here. Like, I play one crab, mill a bunch, play another. And then just block with Ruin Crab. But, yeah. So, I mean, Barbarian Ring takes me down to 1. Okay, I would not have been rewarded for that. Oh my lord. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just don't see it. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. You're telling me one of them isn't something? Okay, we finally fetch. Raucous Theater does what for them? 1 card on top. I mean, you know I'm gonna mill it, right? They have to expect that. Let's do this. Is this gonna be another skin of our teeth type of game right here? Searing Blood? Don't piss me off. Okay, let's do this. And we shall hold up the Fatal Push. Hopefully it's not an Eidolon that comes my way. Rakdos Charm is freaking hilarious. Rakdos Charm is freaking hilarious. Okay. All right. Off the top. Okay. All right. Fine. 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 All right. Let's go to game 4. I would love to play first and potentially get schmacked by something. Okay. I guess this will have to be serviceable. Hi. Good luck. Good luck. Have fun to have good luck. Have fun as well. Can't even speak Anglais. Let's do the Undercity Sewers off the top. Let's graveyard that. We do not know if that has any relevance. And we're kind of revealing to them that we are mill at this point. But let's see what we can do here. I think it's better we try and dig for a land that is another blue source. Opponent does what here? Otawara. Into Tamayo. Into Tamayo. Some type of Dimir Murktide. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, some type of nonsense. Okay, okay. Some type of nonsense. Okay. Let's go to your draw. Let's do this. Let's take out that Mox Amber, shall we? Because that's not fun. Or do we take out Thoughtcast? I'm thinking about Tasha's, but let's take out the Mox Amber. Take out the Amber. Think about extra mana. They played an Otawara for land. Like, you ain't got nothing else? Just got tap lands at this point. What are we doing? Taking this Amber. I'm taking this Amber. All right. We got Opals. Portable Hole. Harbinger of the Stees. Enters tapped. Unless it's your first, third. Okay. So you can ping me here. That's fine in the graveyard. Let's just take this out. Okay. All right. Stuff and things are going on in their deck. Interesting. So we got this fast mana. We got this fast mana, which is interesting. We're gonna Portable Hole. Yep. We are gonna hit that, and then, I mean, we could just force out a Harbinger. Not that that really does anything. I'm pretty sure you just go to Tamio. I was gonna say Tamayo again, but said that originally as a joke. So that, and now you got 3 artifacts with your Mox Opal. You make blue. Do you just force out the Harbinger? Pretty reasonable. Honestly, pretty reasonable. Okay. Pretty reasonable. Pretty aggressive too, actually. But okay. Gives you your blue sources. Also makes it so... Makes it kind of tough for us, but not the worst. Let's draw some cards here. They're not going to be searching anytime soon. We'll take that for what it is. So we're going to be getting dinked for like 2 a turn. It's going to be a while till we lose a permanent, honestly. It's going to be a while. Oh my god, the Emery is so frustrating. The fact that I left that... The Emery top deck is not fun. Okay, so let's just... So you're empty-handed. Let's take the Tamio. And at this point, we are hitting you with Glimpse. We are hitting you with Glimpse. The main board Harbinger of the Seas is frustrating. And that's okay. The main board Harbinger is frustrating. But it's not like we're drawing lands to really do anything about it. Okay, they want to see what we draw. Yeah, because I mean, they're going to be able to cast an artifact anyway, so. Why not, right? Make yourself Thoughtseize proof. Make yourself Thoughtseize proof. We are going to let you cast your artifacts, honestly. Actually, here, let's do this first. Do this first. Portable Hole's not bad, but yeah, Kappa Cannoneer is what I was kind of looking for. The Kappa Cannoneer is what I was looking for. You cast a non-creature spell. Oh my god. Okay, we got Job Select in here. Final Fantasy making waves. Okay, we go to our turn. Hit the Kappa Cannoneer, because that's not a real magic card. Or that's not a good magic card to be playing against, considering the amount of permanents that they have. Oh lord. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you gotta improvise, but still. It's something. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why we do this. That's why we do what we do. That's why we do what the doo-ops do. That's why we do what we do. All right. Okay, Kappas are out of here. Kappas are out of here. Okay, you got a Mishra's Bauble. You got 3 artifacts out. Thought cast for 2. Right. Got a starting town. Okay. Oh, opponent messed up. Great, great. I will take that for what it is. Okay. I got a fog for a turn, folks. I got a fog for a turn. Okay, let's cycle this now, because we need to find lands. We do really need to find lands. That would be great. Okay. If I find Tasha's. I think I'm supposed to take out the force. I think I'm supposed to take out the force. I'll take the 2. It's kind of like I took the hit last turn off the Harbinger. We'll take the force. Right. You can have your... Oh, did I miscount on forces when I originally looked? I thought there was 3. Metallic Rebuke still in there to some amount. Emery's in there, gonna mill them some cards. That's chill with me. Mox Opal into Thought Cast. I don't mind. Like this game is quote unquote winnable, but a couple of things need to hit my favor here. Yep. So you got your artifacts. Now you Thought Cast to kind of power that up. Right. Thought cast, yup. Did you cast a Mox Opal in here? I don't even think they did. To be honest. Yeah, now they do. Yep, job select, put a 1/1 counter. And then whenever you cast whenever you draw your third card each turn. Okay, let's do that. So we are definitely going to Fatal Push the Hero Select token. If we can just find a land. Okay, I will take that for what it is. Because it helps. Let's destroy that. Thank you. I should have let them go to combat with it first, but I'm kind of worried that they'll find one of their counter spells. So trying to just do that right now. Get that over with. So they got themselves a clock, a good one. Non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on this. Cast an artifact, let it be a Mishra's Bauble, probably to continue to draw through. They target the Mishra's Bauble, makes sense. If I can just draw Tasha's Hideous Laughter, I might be able to get there, but it really depends on the counter spells that they drew. It really does depend on the counter spells that they draw here. Okay, opponents. Okay, and next turn, they pretty much should just have lethal here. Okay. They're going to cast. Problem is how many non-creature spells that they cast. So they're going to draw 2 cards. And then when they draw their third card, they activate. So they cast a non-creature spell, bring this to 4, then to 5, likely off of 1 more draw. They got damage. They got damage. So wonder if they attack with this Emery, because that will be important. Harbinger is like so annoying, but at least I had my black to at least like make this a game, right? This was a game because of it. Murderous Cut would help. It would open up some things for me. They draw off the clue token ability. Yup, they flip Tameo. They have to plus. That thing's at a 4. They have 5 damage on board. Just have to cast a non-creature spell. You're just thinking about like if you have lethal or not. If you cast 2 non-creature spells, you have lethal. Right? You go to 6 on the Harbinger, then you got 1 on the Emery. You come in for an attack. Okay, so you have to go to 7 straight up on it now. Mox Amber, which probably isn't too bad. Got 5 cards in hand, 4 mana available. No way. You don't have it? Do you just have counter? They probably have at least 1 counter spell. At least 1. So I'm not resolving anything. Okay, I mean, I can try. There's a world. There's a world. So it's better I do this on their turn for whatever reason, but yeah, I mean, okay. If you either have the counterspell or you don't, but I still don't win after anyway. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So the Metallic Rebuke goes off anyway. They were still at 14 cards. Okay. This might feel like a Consign matchup, but it's not a Consign matchup. So this is actually wholeheartedly. It might even not be a Tasha's matchup, if I'm going to be honest. Definitely an Extirpate matchup. Definitely a Spell Pierce matchup. Feed the Cycle for sure. And I think that's it. We have our removal spells. We have our surgical effects. And you could bring in the Ensnaring Bridge. Like, Ensnaring Bridge is reasonable, I would say. Tasha's, I just feel like doesn't go that far. I think the Ensnaring Bridge is reasonable. But we have a full play set of counter spells. So I don't know how reasonable that really is. I don't know how reasonable that really is. Let's see. opponent. What do we got? I would love to play first. Okay. All right. They could Static Prison me on 1. Just not the most common thing, but okay, they begin the game with 7. They just brought in 8 cards and they have a keepable 7, of course. Affinity players. All right. Let's play the crab here. I like, do I lock myself out of blue? The fact that they were able to power out the Harbinger too, that last time around, like so quick, was like insane. But okay. Okay, you have your Amber. Play Shadow Spear. Okay, so that is a clock to it now, which is relevant. I think I'm supposed to hold up. Am I supposed to hold up Drown? Nah, I made a mistake. I shouldn't be holding up Drown. This should be Spell Pierce. And the turn after that, I might just slam Bridge. Ashiok Dream Render is a crazy magic card. To see across the table for me. Not one of my favorite Planeswalkers ever. Planeswalker, not even just Planeswalkers, just Planeswalker cards ever. Like across from me. Not Ashiok betraying me right now. Let's shock this sucker in. Right. And then we'll Spell Pierce this. If they don't play a land here, I'm definitely going to go for Field of Ruin and get my basic swamp. Ooh. Starting town is going to be important to stop, regardless, though. Yep. Let's equip 2. Okay. Okay. One goes to main. What are we doing on main here? Ooh, no portable hole. Okay. Glimpse is tempting, but that'll happen eventually. Glimpse is tempting, but that'll happen eventually. I think it's better for us to just take out some of their lands, some of their sources. Oh my god, did I just mill over all of their Urza Sagas? 3 of them are gone. Oh my god. 3 of them are gone. Oh baby. So we definitely get our basic swamp here. We want to play around the Harbinger. Right, continue to have access to that. Okay, Thoughtcast. Yup, Haywire Might in the package. Good to know, good to know. If they slam, I have to be careful about the type of mana that they have. Starting town again. Don't piss me off. Okay, got yourself another clue token. Yep, no blocks on that. Thoughtcast, flip them. Thing I have to be careful about is once Tamiyo is able to minus, like its ability to return a oh yeah, okay, so we're slamming the Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, all right, you either have the force or you don't. I got a slam bridge here. You either have force or you don't. I got a slam bridge. Please, 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 please. Yes, yes. Okay. Bridge successfully slammed. Portable hole only grabs converted mana cost 2 or less. Okay, bridge slammed. Let's go. Okay. We got something. We got something. Kappa Cannoneer. Hopefully not going to be doing too much. We got plus on it. And then Tamiyo's going to be looking to draw. Tamiyo's going to be looking to draw. We're just going to be looking to cast spells, folks. We're going to be looking to cast spells. Draw lands. Draw lands. Okay. Let's glimpse. You got a counterspell? Yup. Fair enough. Nope. 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 We're gonna do this. We're gonna pass through here. The thing that saves them here is once they ultimate, if they have like another Otawara. That's the scary thing. Because then they can go like, they can likely draw their other force and everything, and that's where it gets really hard. That's where things get really hard. They're trying to find an answer to this bridge, I imagine. And I can't counter the Otawara should they have an answer to it. Even Haywire might, if they just have like, they have another Haywire might, that's reasonable too. I would like to make them fight for it, but opponents making me fight for it to make them fight for it. It's a tough world out here. It's truly a tough world out here. What do we got, opponent? Okay. Got your plus. You got your ultimate next turn. All I got is 3 crabs. I mean, it's 18 cards milled if I find a fetch. All right. Wow. I don't know how they let us have that, but okay. Yeah, we just run that back. I don't know what to tell you. We just run that back. They just gave it to us. I don't know why they let that one go. I guess they were just really drawing dead. This isn't fast enough. This is a highly reactive hand against a matchup I don't want to. I want to be tempoed against. They mulligan once. We will run this. Double trap? Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me with a good time. Double trap 1 crab. Don't tell me with a good time. All right. They may never search their deck, so that might be a mistake what I just did, like putting the Field of Ruin underneath, but we will find a way eventually. Okay. Let's do that and pass. We found our 3rd land. They didn't play anything that turn. Okay. So you got 2 mana. You got 2 mana. Interesting. No legendaries to think of right now. No legendaries to speak of here. Let's play this. Pretty reasonable to just counter this, honestly. Yeah, pretty reasonable to just counter this. Let's hit this now. I don't want to deal with any more of these. Or the force negations. I really need this crap to resolve. Ashiok Dreamrender is kind of frustrating. So they have 4 force negations. Wait, is the Harbinger gone? The Harbinger's gone. Oh, okay. All right. So I don't need to play around just fetching basics and everything. Okay. All right. So we know the cards in their hand. We are definitely windmill slamming this bridge when we get the chance. We know this is an Urza Saga deck, so they will eventually search, but that's a dangerous thing. Especially when they can. Let's do this. Undercity Sewers. This is not relevant right now. Not a relevant magic card. Okay, they're gonna thought cast. Okay. And we are just supposed to slam bridge here. Nothing more, nothing less. I like that we keep drawing our lands here, because even if we're able to hard cast Archive Trap, that's still a win. So. You have it? You have the force? Now's the time. All right, bridge resolves. Bridge resolves. All right. Field of Ruin would be like the next insane draw here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, job select. So next turn, you're going to be able to power out the Kappa Cannoneer. Not a legendary, not relevant for the Amber. Give me a crab. Give me a crab. Let me fill their yard. Pull that. Okay. I mean, doesn't work and works at the same time, but okay. Okay. At least we're able to play out our lands here. Okay. I would like to get to the point where I'm hard casting stuff. Opponent, what are we doing here? Otawara and honestly, Otawara and Haywire Might are my biggest ops right now. They're my biggest ops. Those are the two cards I need to dodge somehow. Otawara and Haywire Might. Those are my biggest ops right now. I imagine in some way they tap out for this Kappa Cannoneer. They need 1 blue, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just need like 1 more artifact and then they're tapping down for it. Interesting that they used up the bauble. Like, I figured you just want to establish it, then try and find an answer, because you don't want to answer that. Like, you're just being inefficient in terms of your turns. Yeah, we're gonna kill that now. Sorry, bud. We're just gonna destroy that now. Yeah. Sorry, you're just gonna use on mana for nothing. That's what I like. You're just gonna use on mana for nothing. Perfect. I don't want to. I want to increase my chance of drawing a land here. Please draw a land. I didn't fetch for that reason. Give me my odds. Okay. I mean, I guess that's okay. What we will do is we will extirpate the thought cast, because that does mean something. Oh my god. That is a hand of magic cards. So you have a force and negation. Okay, and you have 2 Kappa Cannoneers. That is a hand of magic cards. That is a hand of magic cards. All right. That comes down. 5. All right. Okay, I don't need to do anything just yet. You have the force and negation. You still don't have a way to cast the force, so it's better if I can find a land to cast the archive trap on your turn. Sure. So we can spell pierce the Ashiok, which does mean something. Okay. Starting town lets you eventually cast that Ashiok, which is important. Yeah, I would just cast the other Kappa Cannoneer, yeah. Okay, Kappa Cannoneer comes down. Yep, another artifact. So that just increases its power toughness, which is great for us. Just makes it harder for them to attack into me. Now I know they just have Force Pitch Ashiok. Field of Ruin is so important here. Okay, so we'll do this now. We don't need to do anything fancy. We can do this, and then we can do this. We can force the force negation now, which might be valuable. Okay. So we'll hit that now. Grab out an island. Right, and then we will hit you with a archive trap. Do you force pitch the Ashiok on this? Oh yeah, yes you do. Yes you do, baby. All right, we need this to resolve. I need to just get rid of a bunch of their. Okay. I don't know how you're paying for that, but okay. And then we'll hit you with the other archive trap. Beauty. All right, Graveyard is full up. Graveyard is full up at this point. All right. Mox Amber in hand and a Dream. So right now, they have their Otawara still, but their Haywire Might's in the graveyard, which is important. So I have to be careful about being one shot. That's a very real possibility. But hey, that's just what it is. Am I missing the Otawara here somewhere? I don't think so. Yeah, okay, so that's the card we're looking out for. That's all this really is. So that's okay. If you think about problematic cards like Emery, Force Negations are all gone. Mishra's Bauble, Opal, Portable Hole. There's not much I can do. I think there is value in trying to, you know, hit the Emery here, because the Emery can recur the Haywire Might, which is important. So we're just going to hit the Emery here. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna hit the Emery. That's my next concern. Let's hit that. And just hopefully they don't find the Otawara. That is the card that poops me here. Wait a second. Yeah, so they have one Otawara. Otawara is the only card that can save them here. And that is the card I need to mill. Otawara is the only card that can save them here. If they find it, they find it. There's not much I'm doing about that. If I find my second Ensnaring Bridge, that works. But alas. I mean, this is 8 plus 7. It's exact lethal, actually. Lord, it's exact lethal. I mean, they'd be able to kind of equip and put a bunch of things into it. All right, we're just playing an odds game here. The odds are in our favor. Doesn't mean our opponent won't find it. The odds are in our favor. Doesn't mean our opponent will not find it. 2 cards drawn this turn. Starting Town comes down. Otawara is what you need to cast. I have no cards in hand. Okay. All right, you're just getting ready, I guess. Okay, fair enough. So at this point, they have lethal anyway. There's no, like, these things are going to become unblockable based on what happens here. So we're going to search our, like, based on, like, the cards they cast. So that's why they're holding up the Mox Amber to make that stuff unblockable. We're going to draw our card, thin out our deck here, increase our odds. Drown in the Loch does matter here. Okay, that's actually crazy because based on the amount of mana I have, Drown in the Loch actually does matter here. That's actually so big. Drown in the Loch does matter. Okay, I like that. Drown does matter here. Okay, Tormod's Crypt. Hold on. I'm gonna respond to that. Okay, because that ruins my thing here. Let's hit that. One, two, three, four. Yes. Okay, and destroy that. There you go. So that just makes sure that's not a relevant magic card against me. Actually buys me some time too. If they are able to kind of come in for an attack, that buys me some time. Not a lot, but it's something. Okay, so they played a Tormod's Crypt. Yep, that's going to increase that clock of yours. Might as well make it lethal. Oh my god. Do we get there? Oh my god. 10 cards milled. Otawara's gone. We won. Woo! Okay, we are 2-2 in this league, baby. We are 2-2 in this league. I would love to play first. Okay. All right, we'll run it. We'll play the Island Pass Hold Spell Pierce. It's pretty good. I miss my Spell Pierce. I miss the times when it was main board Spell Pierces over Surgicals or something. And it might be that time again. which is why I like my little split. No way. Who am I playing against? Who am I playing against? Who is this? Who is this? Wait, who is this? Oh my God. All right. Okay. We got a game of Magic. Folks, we got a game of Magic the Gathering. All right. Let's see if I can't win the Mill Mirror here. Let's see if I can't win the Mill Mirror. All right. I got the Spell Pierce available. If they fetch, I'm in a good spot. I got the 2 archive traps already enabled. Yup. Not much I'm doing about that. Just have to hope to not lose all my fetchables. That's one of the things I have to remember about this matchup. Is sometimes it happens in the late game. Okay. They are smart not to fetch. Actually, I mean, it's almost better to fetch now in case I draw my other archive trap. It's almost better to just fetch. So we're gonna just play out the Oboro. Mill you for 3. A lot of lands going. Okay. Do you fetch? Yeah, you do. All right, we're holding up Drown by the looks of it. Okay. What are we keeping up top here? Gotta force me to have it. So puts 1 card on top, mill me for 3. Yup. Let those triggers all go down. We're gonna hit you with an archive trap. Right. We're gonna hit you with an archive trap. You had 20 cards. Visions is live. Visions is a real Magic card right now. Unfortunately, I do not have the ability to use it. All right, we got a lot of valuable cards out of the opponent here. A lot of just raw mill spells out of the opponent. My fear now is that my fear now on Fatal Push. Okay, sure. So now you see the Spell Pierce in my hand and you have to play around it. So next turn, what I can do is I can turn the Field of Ruin into blue mana. So what I can do is I can Field of Ruin, tap the Field of Ruin and the Oboro. Oboro gives me blue. The Field of Ruin's 1 mana is going to go towards bouncing the Oboro, play the Oboro again. Now I have 4 blue mana. I can Fractured Sanity plus Spell Pierce. So in this situation, I'm able to kind of turn the Oboro into blue mana, which is a fun little trick. And that's going to be very relevant considering the exact amount of cards that they have left in deck. I can Fractured Sanity, ETB land twice here. Oh, I won't be able to play. Oh no, it's the turn after that I get to do that. Yeah, it's the turn after that I'm going to do that. Okay, well, all right, fair enough. I'm not doing that now, but they are at significantly less cards than me. So it's just going to serve me better to not search as long as I can. Of course, they could make me here. That's perfectly fair. Let's do this. Let's cast another one so they know we've top decked this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, a lot of 3 archive traps gone. They might have 1 in hand, but 3 are in the graveyard right now. Trap. Fractured. Tasha. Wait, fractured. Okay, all 4 fractured gone. Tasha. There might be 1 more. There might be a glimpse, but a lot of their raw mill spells are gone. So that double archive trap was big for us. What are we hitting? Okay. Let's grab our... I think I'm supposed to grab my swamp. Very interesting that you did that, because that now allows me to mill you out for lethal. Yeah, I was gonna say very interesting that we went that route, but okay. A little bit of luck kind of worked out for us here. A lot of valuable cards in this matchup right now. And I think what we're supposed to do is drop 2 Tashas, play 2 Spell Pierce. A lot of raw mill spells. You have to respect a lot. So you have to think about, okay, Visions is really good at breaking the in-between points where you need to get back ahead. You need to keep as much of your raw mill spells as possible, but you also need to respect the crab, so you can't shave fatal pushes. You don't necessarily want to add, but you have to respect the crab. Surgical Extirpate is really powerful. If you're able to mill about like 10 cards, Surgical Extirpate can really pick apart their deck. If you can take out the raw mill spells, they have no velocity. And so Spell Pierce is going to help us in the early to mid game, which is going to be big. Any amount of mill spells that you can stop is valuable. So let's see where we can take this. We're already up a game, which is huge in terms of just general value. No removal spell initially. They went for like surgical on our thing here. I'm curious how they're boarding in. Curious. We're gonna run this. This is not as explosive as before. Opponent mulligans to 5. Wow. Because we get the extra card. They are down on resources. Oh my God, they're just mulliganing hard. All right, really lucky here. We managed to 3-2 that league. I mean, it just goes to show you, yeah, you're gonna have moments in Modern where your opponent's allowed to do their thing and you're allowed to do your thing. It just feels like sometimes it's not like Legacy where your opponent is able to outlast or maybe you countered the wrong thing. Modern's just that drag race format where sometimes it's just about getting ahead and keeping a lead through some amount of luck. Yes, your opponent's going to be able to burn you out. Sometimes you just don't draw what you need, but sometimes you do get there and your opponent mulligans to oblivion and you manage to meme them out. I apologize for whoever we just kind of made get really unlucky based on those deep mulligans. Just kind of unfortunate how it was drawn up, but GG's.